thank you, Fernando. My first question will go to you. You just this morning we explained that first-party data was key in the new process of campaigns. When you talk about data, it's mainly yours. Are you planning to aggregate several data, and who are we working with in the value chain between agencies, advertisers, and broadcasters and yourself?
Well, for now we have first-party data, but we are, because we are also a digital player, we also have access to several third-party sources. And we are developing a strategy that combine those two data sources in order to be more effective to our products, not only in digital but also in television. Regarding the second part, Portugal is a very small country, and we work both with agencies and advertisers.
Okay. When we talk about addressable television, we often come to a problem of scale. Dave, do you have what did you do what you're currently doing in the US to solve that problem of scale?
Yeah, so I think one of the things, I don't know if I made clear, but you could see in the data for that slide, which will be made available, is that while there is a theoretical access to about 30% of the US market as addressable TV, from a practical standpoint, it's actually only maybe 2 percentage points of all inventory in television. You could actually do it because of the various techniques that are used and the limited amount of inventory that's actually available in the technology. And so I will be the first to tell you that addressable TV at scale in the United States is a press release, it's not a reality. The way to deal with it is to take the entire scale of television in the US, 115 million households, where you have the audiences have massively fragmented on very small spots, and then bring first-party data in to understand at a very high concentration that this spot might be most likely to over-index for people that go out and buy burgers 10 times a month, and then to deliver ads there, and then to be able to measure where they actually purchased it. So it's all of the parts that you would anticipate in addressable without changing the ad for each person, but you can do it at the entire scale, which means you can reach the virtually almost 300 million people who watch television in the US every month.
Okay. Do we have a question from the room? Yes.
Hi, this question is for Dave. With the increasing popularity of addressable TV, do you see that maybe, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you see that maybe at one point there will be a marketplace for this kind of TV ad inventory? Like what we have in AppNexus and Trade Desk for display, TwoMogo Videology for video. Is that a TV marketplace?
So I started as a digital person in the early 1990s, so I'm not going to be saying this as a television Luddite. But you are not going to see an open marketplace for television advertising, programmatic in the US for many, many years for several reasons. One, demand for TV ads today outstrips supply. So the sellers have no incentive to make available a spot at the last second when they can sell it a year in advance. It's not the same thing in digital. Digital is the opposite. Supply exceeds demand. Two, the infrastructure of TV has been built for decades, and it would take about $20 billion, $25 billion to replumb most of the system to change the ads, to be able to change them at the last moment or the last second. Three, there's regulatory limitations, and that the Federal Communications Commission can fine the broadcasters and distributors for spots that many of which are delivered in the online world because it's not regulated in the United States. And then fourth, this is something most people don't understand, but almost 100 million Americans do not have the internet at home. 98 million do not have the internet at home. So the idea for McDonald's and State Farm and General Motors and Coca-Cola to be able to shift into a purely digital programmatic, which would require internet protocol, it doesn't exist in the US infrastructure today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Last question to both of you. TV is now traded on individuals, normally GRPs on individuals. The data that you both collect come from households, set-top boxes. Do you see addressable as a new business coming from direct mail, for instance, or do you see that a skip in TV trading in the future?
I absolutely think that the amount of revenue available to TV is going to expand. And it is absolutely going to expand, for example, out of direct mail, cooperative, and shopper marketing. We are already working with advertisers where, because you can give a return on investment dollar to a transaction, you now can comply with dollars from brands that have been negotiated with the distributor retailer. And so absolutely, ROI will, and first-party data will bring in incremental budgets into TV, as it loses other budgets to digital.
Okay, Fernando?
Yeah, the thing that addressable TV products are, we can identify only the households. It's a question that the industry must solve very, very quickly. In a small country like Portugal, that can be solved because much faster. But it will be a big challenge to do it all around the world.
Okay, let me thank both gentlemen. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon. Bye.